I'm a little surprised that Ashwin hasn't been picked, considering the amount of left-handers as well in the opposition. So I hope it's a move that is completely dictated by the pitch, and I hope there is movement for the seam bowlers, not just for the first day, but day 2 and 3. Then it becomes a pretty, good selection. Ashwin, for many reasons, would have been a good selection, plus adds a bit of batting depth as well. And that Ashwin that we saw against New Zealand in that World Test Championship final, and the Ashwin that we see today, there is a marked change in the way he bowls. And this Ashwin, you would think, would have done well in these conditions.
It would have been the first name I would have looked at if I was one of the left-handers. Ashwin's got a great record against Australia, but the one reason I thought he would have played is because the enormity of the event. A one-off test match. He loves the contest against Australia. You want players, especially in a big event like this, that walk towards the fire. And Ashwin's definitely one of those guys against Australia. He loves playing against Australia. He gets in the contest. I know he gets under the skin of the Australian batsman. And one of the big successes India have had against Australia in the past has been Ashwin's presence. So they'll miss him out there. But they've gone with the 4 quicks, and the pressure's on them now to get early wickets and put some pressure on that middle order.
I'm slightly disappointed with the selection, the omission of Ashwin to begin with, and KS Bharat, the preferred option when he had Ishan Kishan. And India have seen the benefits of having somebody like a Rishabh Pant. I'm not saying Ishan Kishan is a Rishabh Pant, but at least 10, 15, 20% of Rishabh Pant, if India gets here, especially with the kind of batting, frailties India have, would have been brilliant.
I would have went Ishan Kishan as well, especially for a one-off test match, for the sheer point that he's a match winner. He's one of those guys that could take Australia on. And we know in English conditions, especially with the Duke ball, the sun does come out, the wicket flattens out, there's not a lot of sideways movement. Bharat, we know, is a Premier Gloveman. There's no doubt about that. And sometimes you need that Premier Gloveman in this English conditions. But for a one-off test match, if it was a different series, a longer series, it would have been different. But for a one-off test match, I would have went the X factor to take Australia on.
KS Bharat, the keeper, versus Ishan Kishan, the keeper, I don't think there is a marked difference there. I would have, like Brad said, gone to the X factor, and because of what Rishabh Pant has done at that position for India in that role over the last couple of years in away test matches, something they could have done. I see a little bit of Rahul Dravid in the selections that have been made. No Ashwin, no to spinner, because that would have been slightly not expected, not conventional to have 2 spinners on a pitch that looks green. And of course, India won the toss and they're bowling first. And KS Bharat also, they've gone in with the incumbent. So I see a little bit of traditional selection, safe selection.
जिस पे नाम सिर्फ एक का हो,
लेकिन हो पूरे देश के नाम,
उस चीज को हाउ डू आई डिस्क्राइब इट? इस जर्सी के लिए मेरे फीलिंग समझाना इम्पॉसिबल है,
पर इसे पहन के
I feel just one thing, impossible
इज नथिंग.